Have you ever felt lost, starting from nothing, with a dream in your heart that no one else seemed to understand or believe in? Welcome to Life Spark Narratives, the channel where real, powerful stories ignite that fire of growth and courage that lies within each of us. Today I want to share a story about a boy who proves that your starting point doesn't define your destiny. Imagine a small, quiet room late at night. There's a young boy, hunched over a worn-out book with only a single, dim bulb hanging from the ceiling to light his world. Couldn't afford the fancy schools, the private tutors, or even the proper study materials that others took for granted. His family was humble, and resources were scarce. But what he did have was a powerful, burning desire. He wanted to learn English. While the world around him slept, his tiny room became his classroom. He'd whisper new words to himself, trying to get the sounds just right, one pronunciation at a time. The silence was his only companion, and hope was his only teacher. He had no clear path, no roadmap to follow. He didn't know how he would ever succeed, but deep down, in the core of his being, he held an unwavering belief that one day he would. His journey, as you can imagine, was anything but easy. The first time he tried to speak English in front of others, the words came out clumsy and broken. He was met with laughter. People told him, "You're just wasting your time. English is too hard for someone like you." Their words stung, planting seeds of doubt in his mind. For a moment he felt the weight of their judgment, the crushing feeling of being an outsider. But something inside him refused to quit. That little spark of belief wouldn't let him be extinguished. So he turned their doubt into fuel, started listening to English podcasts, even though he could barely understand a word. He'd rewind YouTube lessons over and over again, hundreds of times, until the sounds started to make sense. Every mistake he made, every mispronounced word, wasn't a failure, it became a stepping stone. Every tiny bit of progress, like understanding a new phrase, was a silent victory he celebrated alone in his room. The nights were long, incredibly long, and lonely. He sacrificed sleep, social outings, and the simple comforts of leisure. He chose to invest his time in his dream. His determination grew even longer than the nights he spent studying. He wasn't just learning a language. He was forging a new version of himself, one built on resilience and an unbreakable will. Then one day something magical happened. It wasn't a grand, dramatic event. It was a quiet moment of clarity. He was watching a movie, and he suddenly realized he had understood a full, complex sentence without even glancing at the subtitles. A slow, wide smile spread across his face. It wasn't a smile of arrogance or final achievement. It was a smile of self-mastery. He hadn't conquered English yet, but he had conquered his own limitations, his own fear. From that moment on, everything changed. His learning accelerated. The process that once felt like climbing a steep, slippery mountain became a smooth, exciting journey. The language started to click. The pieces of the puzzle began to fit together, forming a beautiful picture he had once only dreamed of. He wasn't just memorizing rules anymore. He was starting to think in English. His newfound confidence was contagious. He began sharing what he had learned with others in his community, who were in the same position he once was. He started teaching, using the same simple methods that had helped him. The boy who once feared speaking, who would shrink at the thought of mispronouncing a word, was now inspiring others to speak without fear. He was paying his struggle forward as a gift of empowerment. Years passed. The boy who started under that dim light bulb became fluent. But he became fluent in more than just a language. He became fluent in confidence, fluent in persistence, fluent in faith. He learned a profound lesson that transcended grammar and vocabulary. He learned that consistent, relentless effort will beat raw talent every single day. He proved that starting from zero doesn't mean you have to stay at zero. It's just a starting line, not a finish line. And most importantly, he discovered a universal truth. When you truly, deeply believe in yourself, even when no one else does, the world eventually has no choice but to stop and listen. Looking back on his journey, he realized it wasn't the textbooks, the online courses, or any single teacher that made the ultimate difference. It was his heart. It was that stubborn, resilient part of him that refused to give up when everything and everyone told him it was impossible. That one small, flickering spark of faith he protected so fiercely in the beginning It grew into a brilliant flame that lit up his entire future. So, if you're struggling with something today, whether it's learning a new skill, starting a business, or just trying to get through a tough time, I want you to remember this story. Remember that it's okay to start small. It's okay to feel lost. Every master was once a beginner. Every expert was once a novice. Every fluent, confident voice once began with silence and a whisper of hope. This is Life Spark Narratives, bringing you stories that serve as a powerful reminder of the famous words by Zig Ziglar. You do need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. Your journey begins with that first step. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. And please, share this video. You never know who might need to hear this message today. Let's spread the inspiration together. Until next time, keep your spark alive.